Welcome to Jersey Reads the Classics, an audiobook podcast delving into the finest works of our literary masters. Unfortunately, it's read by this woman.
What the hell? Who cares? Let's go on an adventure.
Hello, and welcome back to Jersey Reads the Classics with me, your host, Rosita Candia. All right, my friends, well, guess what? This will be the last tale from this book because next week is Halloween. Oh, yeah. And I got a little, two-parter we're going to do, and it's not going to have woo-woo, but we're going to do a two-parter of a very legendary Halloween tale. Yes, but I'm not going to tell you that, okay? You don't need to know until next week when it is. So the point is this. We are going to stop babbling, because we know I love to babble, and we're going to get back to our Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales by the Brothers Grimm. On today's episode, we will be reading The Devil with the Three Golden Hairs. There was once a poor woman who gave birth to a little son, and as he came into the world with a caul on, it's a C-A-U-L. I've looked it up. I didn't know what it was, but the caul it's an unbroken amniotic sac. It's still around the fetus. So that's what a C-A-U-L is, and you can see that the definition is put on. So now you've learned something, and so have I. It was predicted that in his 14th year, he would have the king's daughter for his wife. It happened that soon afterwards, the king came into the village, and no one knew that he was the king. And when he asked the people what news there was, they answered, "A child has just been born with a caul on. Whatever he undertakes in life will turn out well." It is prophesied, too, that in his 14th year, he will have the king's daughter for his wife. Now, they're saying it's good luck, right? So in the Italian tradition, my mom's always told me anybody who's got the little cleft in the chin means they're going to have a lucky life. So if you have a cleft in your chin and you've had a lucky life, that's why, okay? I mean, there's all those type of, what do you call those folklore sayings? But there's something else. I forget. Anyway, the king, who had a bad heart and was angry about the prophecy, went to the parents and, seeming quite friendly, said, "You poor people, let me have your child and I will take care of it." Oh shit. At first they refused, but when the stranger offered them a large amount of gold for it, and then they thought, it is a luck child and everything must turn out well for it, they at last consented and gave him the child. Well, go look at that. I guess everybody does have a price. Okay. So here we go. We have another set of parents selling their baby for gold. Well, he's not a baby. He's 14 or whatever. The king. Oh, no, it's a baby. I love this. You see, remember, not everything's paid for gold. Listen to this. The king put it in a box and rode away with it until he came to a deep piece of water. When he threw the box into it and thought, "I have freed my daughter from her unlooked-for suitor." Oh my God, this is just like Moses. Remember when they wanted to save Moses? If you've ever read the Bible. A little basket down the Nile. Yes, because they're trying to save him because the king, the prophecy that Moses was going to sow. It's a long story. This is kind of like Moses. Oh my God. The box, however, did not sink, but floated like a boat, and not a drop of water made its way into it. Remember, he's got the caul, he had good luck, and it floated to within 2 miles of the king's chief city, where there was a mill, and it came to its standstill at the mill dam. A miller's boy, who by good luck was standing there, noticed it and pulled it out with a hook, thinking that he had found a great treasure. But when he opened it, there lay a pretty boy inside, quite fresh and lively. It sounds like it's like a hen or a chicken, quite fresh and lively. He took him to the miller and his wife, and as they had no children, they were glad and said, "God has given him to us." They took great care of the foundling, and he grew up in all goodness. It happened that once in a storm, the king went into the mill, and he asked the miller and his wife if the tall youth was their son. "No," answered they, "he's a foundling. 14 years ago, he floated down to the mill dam in a box, and the mill boy pulled him out of the water." Oh, shit. He's this king. Oh, brother. This boy, you see, he keeps the king and the boy. It's like the vexation of the king. Then the king knew that it was none other than the luck child which he had thrown into the water, and he said, "My good people, could not the youth take a letter to the queen? I will give him 2 gold pieces as a reward." "Just as the king commands," answered they, and they told the boy to get ready. Then the king wrote a letter to the queen, in which he said, "As soon as the boy arrives with this letter, let him be killed and buried, and all must be done before I come home." Oh shit. This king is evil just because the boy is supposed to marry. It's been prophecy the boy is going to marry his daughter. Look what he's doing. Another one. They have no value for human life. Has anything changed? That's the question. Do we value human life, my friends? Let's think about that question. Have we really evolved? Let's think about that. Maybe we don't want to think about that because we know the answer to that. The boy set out with this letter, but he lost his way, and in the evening came to a large forest. In the darkness he saw a small light. He went towards it and reached a cottage. When he went in, an old woman was sitting by the fire, quite alone. She started when she saw the boy and said, "From where do you come, and where are you going?" "I come from the mill," he answered, "and wish to go to the queen, to whom I am taking a letter. But as I have lost my way in the forest, I should like to stay here overnight." "Ah, you poor boy," said the woman. "You have come into a den of thieves, and when they come home, they will kill you." "Let them come," said the boy. "I am not afraid, but I am so tired that I cannot go any farther." And he stretched himself upon a bench and fell asleep. Okay, I like that. He knows he's lucky, too. I love it. It's like Hans and Luck. Soon afterwards, the robbers came and angrily asked what strange boy was lying there. "Ah," said the old woman, "it is an innocent child who has lost himself in the forest, and out of pity I have let him come in. He has to take a letter to the queen." The robbers opened the letter and read it, and in it was written that as soon as he arrived, the boy should be put to death. Then the hard-hearted robbers felt pity, and their leader tore up the letter and wrote another, saying that as soon as the boy came, he should be married at once to the king's daughter. I love it. I love it. I love it. See, they saw innocence, and it tugged in their heartstrings also. Nothing can harm this boy because he was a lucky motherfucker. Then they let him lie quietly on the bench until the next morning, and when he awoke, they gave him the letter and showed him the right way. And the queen, when she had received the letter and read it, did as was written in it, and had a splendid wedding feast prepared. And the king's daughter was married to the luck child, and as the youth was handsome and agreeable, she lived with him enjoying contentment. Okay, so he was handsome and lucky, and look at him. He got exactly where he was supposed to be. Fuck you, king, okay? But we are so not done with the story. So not done with the story because, you know, these people that are evil, they just can never let up. They can never let up, and that's something else that's going on in our world today. But they will get their demise, and I know that. After some time, the king returned to his palace and saw that the prophecy was fulfilled, and the luck child married to his daughter. "How has that come to pass?" said he. "I gave quite another order in my letter." So the queen gave him the letter and said that he might see for himself what was written in it. The king read the letter and saw quite well that it had been exchanged for the other. He asked the youth what had become of the letter entrusted to him, and why he had brought another instead of it. "Oh, great, here we go." "I know nothing about it," answered he. "It must have been changed in the night when I slept in the forest." The king said in a passion, "You shall not have everything quite so much your own way. Whoever marries my daughter must fetch me from hell 3 golden hairs from the head of the devil. Bring me what I want, and you shall keep my daughter." Well, that's a pretty hard thing. So he's sending him to hell and back, hopefully. It comes back. In this way, the king hoped to be rid of him forever. But the luck child answered, "I will fetch the golden hairs. I am not afraid of the devil." Thereupon, he took leave of them and began his journey. The road led him to a large town, where the watchman by the gates asked him what his trade was and what he knew. "I know everything," answered the luck child. I love this luck child. He's a smart mofo, and he's just like living in his truth. He's like, "I'm lucky. Yes, I'm lucky. Yes, I'm lucky." And he's just perpetrating fraud, saying he knows everything. And maybe he does. He's a smart one, you see. "Then you can do us a favor," said the watchman. "If you will tell us why our marketplace's fountain, which once flowed with wine, has become dry and no longer gives even water." Oh my God, imagine that. The fountain gave, what are we in Italy? Everybody's having, I forget, it's Germany, it's Europe, everybody's having wine. "Then you shall know," answered he. "Only wait until I come back." Okay. Then he went farther and came to another town, and there also the gatekeeper asked him what was his trade and what he knew. I know everything, answered he. Then you can do us a favor and tell us why a tree in our town, which once bore golden apples, now does not even put forth leaves. The golden apple. You shall know that, answered he. Only wait until I come back. I love it because he may never come back, so he's like, fuck all you alls. I'm not coming back because I'm going to hell. But he knows he's coming back because he's lucky, right? Then he went on and came to a wide river over which he must go. The ferryman asked him what his trade was and what he knew. I know everything, answered he. Then you can do me a favor, said the ferryman, and tell me why I must always be rowing backwards and forwards and no one comes to relieve me. Don't pay the ferryman until he gets you to the other side. Oh, the ferryman. Is that old song in the 80s by Brian Ferry? Is it? No, maybe not Brian Ferry. Definitely wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. You shall know that, answered he. Only wait until I come back. When he had crossed the water, he found the entrance to hell. Because the ferryman is usually the Grim Reaper, right? They're ferrying you to death. That's what I thought it was. It was black and sooty within, and the devil was not home, but his grandmother was sitting in a large armchair. What do you want? Said she to him, but she did not look so very wicked. I should like to have 3 golden hairs from the devil's head, answered he, else I cannot keep my wife. That is a good deal to ask for, she said. If the devil comes home and finds you, it will cost you your life. But as I pity you, I will see if I cannot help you. She changed him into an ant and said, creep into the folds of my dress, and you will be safe there. Everybody loves this kid. This kid can do no wrong. He is a lucky mofo. Who wouldn't want his luck? Everybody's taking pity on him. Robbers, lions and tigers and bears. The frickin' grandmother or the woman to whomever the devil is. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves Raymond. Hello, everybody loves the lucky boy. Yes, answered he. So far, so good. But there are 3 things besides that I want to know. Why a fountain which once flowed with wine has become dry and no longer gives even water. Why a tree which once bore golden apples does not even put forth leaves. And why a ferryman must always be going backwards and forwards and is never set free. Those are difficult questions, answered she, but only be silent and quiet and pay attention to what the devil says when I pull out the 3 golden hairs. I love this. Oh my God, such a good one. As evening came, the devil returned home. No sooner had he entered than he noticed that the air was not pure. I smell man's flesh, said he. All is not right here. Then he pried into every corner and searched, but could find nothing. His grandmother scolded him. It has just been swept, said she, and everything put in order, and now you are upsetting it again. You have always got man's flesh in your nose. Sit down and eat your supper. I love it. You always got man's flesh in your nose. That's funny. When he had eaten and drunk, he was tired, and laid his head on his grandmother's lap, and before long he was fast asleep. I guess even the devil needs a nap, and he's got his granny to come home to. Isn't that funny as shit? We got the man who's the frickin' devil, but he's got a grandmother who needs to take care of his ass. Okay, and she can scold the bitch. The bitch can scold the devil, and he ain't going to kill his granny because where's he going to put his head when has had enough to eat and drink? I love it. I love it, painting the devil as if, he's a human person, and he has his granny. Oh, he's got his granny, just like Little Red had her grandmother. All right, anyway. Okay, I'm going to rewind a little bit. When he had eaten and drunk, he was tired and laid his head in his grandmother's lap. And before long, he was fast asleep, snoring and breathing heavily. Then the old woman took hold of a golden hair, pulled it out, and laid it down near her. Oh, cried the devil, what are you doing? I have had a bad dream, answered the grandmother, so I seized hold of your hair. What did you dream then, said the devil. I dreamed that a fountain in a marketplace from which wine once flowed was dried up, and not even water would flow out of it. What could be the cause of it? Oh, no, if they did but know it, answered the devil. There is a toad sitting under a stone in the well. If they killed it, the wine would flow again. Okay, so toads like wine, I guess so. Okay. He went to sleep again and snored until the windows shook. Then she pulled the second hair out. Ouch! What are you doing? Cried the devil angrily. Do not get angry, said she. I did it in a dream. What have you dreamt this time? Asked he. I dreamt that in a certain kingdom there stood an apple tree which had once borne golden apples, but now would not even bear leaves. What do you think was the reason? Ho, ho, ho! If they did but know, answered the devil. A mouse is gnawing at the root. If they killed this, they would have golden apples again. But if it gnaws much longer, the tree will wither altogether. But leave me alone with your dreams. If you disturb me in my sleep again, you will get a slap on the ear. Oh, no, he did not. Oh, no, he did not, just threaten his grandmother. Oh, if I was that bitch. Oh, man, next time he's sleeping on my lap, I'll smack the shit out of him. I'll just beat the tar out of him, okay? That's all I'm going to say. The grandmother spoke gently to him, and he fell asleep again and snored. She ain't no fool. Then she took hold of the third golden hair and pulled it out. The devil jumped up, roared out, and would have treated her ill if she had not quieted him once more and said, "Who can help their dreams?" "What was the dream then?" asked he, and was quite curious. "I dreamt of a ferryman who complained he must always ferry from one side to the other and was never released. What is the cause of it?" "Ah, the fool," answered the devil. "When anyone comes and wants to go across, he must put the oar in his hand, and the other man will have to ferry, and he will be free." As the grandmother had plucked out the 3 golden hairs, and the 3 questions were answered, she let the old serpent alone, and he slept until daybreak. Well, it's daybreak, da-da-da-da-da, and it's daybreak, da-da-da-da-da, and it's daybreak, da-da-da-da-da, let it shine, shine, shine all around the world. That's a song by Barry Manilow, because you know I'm a fan of the Manilow. I loved him. When the devil had gone out again, the old woman took the ant out of the folds of her dress and gave the luck child his human shape again. "There are the 3 golden hairs for you," said she. "What the devil said to your 3 questions, I suppose you heard." "Yes," answered he, "I heard, and will take care to remember." "You have what you want," said she. "Now you can go your way." He thanked the old woman for helping him in his need, and left hell well content that everything had turned out so fortunately. Oh my God, yes. He went to hell and back. When he came to the ferryman, he was expected to give the promised answer. "Ferry me across first," said the luck child, "and then I will tell you how you can be set free." And when he reached the opposite shore, he gave him the devil's advice. "Next time anyone comes who wants to be ferried over, just put the oar in his hand." He went on and came to the town where the unfruitful tree stood, and there too the watchman wanted an answer. So he told him what he had heard from the devil. "Kill the mouse which is gnawing at its root, and it will bear golden apples." Again. Then the watchman thanked him and gave him as a reward 2 asses laden with gold, which followed him. Oh my God, this kid is so freaking fortunate. He's got the 3 golden hairs, now he's got 2 asses with gold. At last he came to the town whose well was dry. "At last your love will come along." He told the watchman what the devil had said. "A toad is in the well beneath a stone. You must find it and kill it, and the well will again give wine in plenty." The watchman thanked him and also gave him 2 asses laden with gold. Now he's got 4 asses laden with gold. So this kid was born so freaking lucky. I love it. At last, the luck child got home to his wife, who was heartily glad to see him again and to hear how well he had prospered in everything. To the king he took what he had asked for, the devil's 3 golden hairs. And when the king saw the 4 asses laden with gold, he was quite content and said, "Now all the conditions are fulfilled. You can keep my daughter. But tell me, dear son-in-law, where did you get all that gold from? This is tremendous wealth." "I was rowed across the river," answered he, "and got it there. The shore is made of gold instead of sand." "Can I too fetch some of it?" said the king, and he was quite eager about it. This kid is smart. He went to hell and back and learned his lesson. Came back a smart motherfucker, even smarter. "As much as you like," answered he. "There is a ferryman on the river. Let him ferry you over, and you can fill your sacks on the other side." The greedy king set out all in haste, and when he came to the river, he beckoned to the ferryman to put him across. The ferryman came and bade him get in. And when they got to the other shore, he put the oar in his hand and sprang out. But from this time forth, the king had to ferry as a punishment for his sins. Perhaps he is ferrying still. If he is, it is because no one has taken the oar from him. The end. Oh, I gotta be honest with you. I wanted to end on that one because that, to me, love it. So many morals going on. So many things going on. Love how the kid just got even smarter because he went through shit, was being tested constantly, but knew he was lucky, even believed it, trusted it, knew his destiny, and kept going for it. Also, whatever was coming to him was coming to him. It did not matter, my friends. He just did his work, did what he needed to do, stood in his truth, knew he was lucky, and it all came to him. So that's a lesson for us. Okay. Honestly, my friends, you know that saying, what's going to come to you is already yours, so stop worrying about it? That's the truth. The thing is, what we worry about is we don't know if what we want is what we really want or if that's the right stuff for us. So I just want to tell you, the things that you are trying to manifest, if they're with good intentions, that you want to be of service to yourself and to others and really help, they will come to you. But on their time, not on your time. Also, if you trust the process, you just keep living your life like this 14-year-old did. He was told, go to hell, get these things. These are major obstacles. He had nothing but major obstacles, just like us, right? We have a vision, we have a goal. We know what we want, but we get deterred, we get obstacles. We've talked about this. But instead of bemoaning, the kid just was like, screw it. I'm going to hell and back. I'm going to get my damn 3 golden hairs, and I'm going to get those 3 questions because he stood in his truth and he knew he was lucky. That's another thing. He walked in his truth and he was like, it's going to happen for me. And we've talked about that too. Remember with Hans and Luck? Owning that whatever is mine is coming to me. Doesn't mean you sit in your house and do nothing. It means you do the work, you believe in yourself, keep fine-tuning your skills, overcome the obstacles and things that come into your life because they're there for a reason, to teach you lessons, to make you smarter, to make you wiser, to make you get ahead further, and you will be rewarded. He ended up with 4 asses and a bunch of freaking gold, and he now is the king because that king is gone forever. No one has taken the oar from that king, and he doesn't even know to place it in another person's hand, so he's screwed for life. But he also got his just dessert, right? Remember, he had a bad heart from the beginning. He was evil. So he was taken care of. But that's my thing, my friends. You will get what you are going to get when the time is ready. So instead of sitting and worrying about shit that you can't control, you don't know the things that you're trying to manifest when they're coming to you. Also, you don't know what the universe has in store for you. Whether you believe in the universe, spirit, or whatever, I'm just going to say you don't even know what life has in store for you. You know how many times successful people said, I tried this, it didn't work out, and I didn't even think that from that failure, a huge success was going to come out of it. That's my point. Jeff Bezos, I think I've mentioned it before. You're probably going to be like, are you obsessed with him? It's not that I'm obsessed with him. It's really it's an interesting story. This guy had this idea for Amazon, right? It wasn't called Amazon then, whatever the hell it was. His idea, he borrowed from his parents. Yes, he was fortunate enough to have parents that had the money. I don't think they were wealthy, but $250,000 to start it up. The man is what, a trillionaire? And he's getting richer and richer as we speak during this COVID. The point is this. If you stay true to who you are, follow your passion, be secure in knowing and believe in your dream, whatever that dream is, and your dream might change, and that's okay too, my friends. Whatever's coming to you will come to you. You don't have to search high and low and worry how it's going to come to you, but trust in the process. Go along with the process. Don't bemoan it. Grow from the process. Learn your lessons. Move on. Continue to be a good frickin' person. Stay in your lane and do what you need to do to get where you need to be. And stop worrying about how it's going to happen. It's already taken care of. Like for me, I don't worry what's going on. You're saying to me probably, if you're watching this during COVID, and you might be watching this a year from now, 2 years from now, I don't know, because remember, the teacher appears when the student is, what was it? No, when the student, I forget, what's that beautiful saying? Oh, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Not that I'm a teacher, but the thing is, you're getting a lesson. So whether you're getting this lesson a year from now, 2 years from now, or right now if you're getting it in COVID, you're thinking nothing is happening. You're thinking nothing is happening, but guess what? You have no idea what is going on behind the scenes. Things happen in good time. You just can't predict it. And whatever's coming to you is coming to you. And I don't know if I've mentioned it before, and I might have. I mentioned it definitely in my podcast. There's this girl on Instagram who's funny as shit. Her name is Sarah Cooper. She's really funny. She's a comedian, and she took all these Donald Trump audio recordings, and she did these videos from her apartment during COVID in New York City. And she is a comedian, very funny, and became viral. Now I think she got a Netflix deal to do stand-up special. I think she's gotten a deal for her second book, and I think she's going to be working on a TV show. Okay, so this all happened during COVID. See? So, my friends, and it's a fact because I read the article. It's not like I'm making up fake news, okay? Look her up, Sarah Cooper. She's hysterical. Kudos and good luck to you, Sarah Cooper. Point is this. Whatever's coming to you is coming to you. So trust in yourself, trust in your journey, do the work, overcome your obstacles. Just do what you got to do. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Please believe in yourself. As much as you know you are worthy and enough, believe in yourself. Believe in your gifts. Believe in your talents. Believe in whatever it is you're passionate about and continue to follow it. And even though right now you may not see any monetary success, I'm not, but it does not make a difference. I'm very passionate about this project. I'm doing my web series. I'm doing my podcast. Why? Because I love it and because it fuels me and I feel I'm being of service, not just for myself, but for others. So for me, I'm sitting here not worrying about, oh my God, will I get discovered? Will it become viral? Will these videos become viral? Will this podcast go reach out to millions of people? I don't control that. You know what? It doesn't make a difference. I'm still doing it with a good attitude and with a good intention, and that's all that matters. So my friends, on that note, I'm just going to encourage you right here, right now, to continue to stay in your truth, to believe in yourself, to know you are worthy and enough to receive all the good that you're willing to work for. You have to be willing to work for it and put your due diligence, but also be willing and open to the possibilities of something new opening up and staying open to new opportunities and not bemoaning obstacles because they're going to always be there. We're going to have obstacles, but it is in those obstacles and it's in those valleys that we grow, and they're there for us to become better human beings. And two, at the end of the day, enjoy the fucking journey. We're not promised here forever. Life is fleeing. It's going so quickly, so quickly. Think about it. Yesterday felt like the new year rang in, and now it's 9 months later or whatever, 10 months later, whenever you're watching this. Point is this, my friends. Stay the course. Know that whatever is coming to you is coming to you, and don't take the energy that you could be using on yourself and put it into worry, fear, and doubt and lack. Continue to use it on you. Stay in the flow, stay in the know, stay in your passions, and do the work, and just continue to trust in yourself, believe in yourself, love yourself, and know that you are worthy and enough. And you know what? I'm leaving it on that. So you know what, my friends? We are done with Grimm's. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I. I find that each book is. I have not read any of these, as you know. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I never read any of these books. Alice, Peter Pan, Wonderful Wizard of Oz. I've only seen the movie versions or cartoon versions. And the Grimms, I've never read these books. And what cracks me up is each one just gets better and better. And I love that because as an adult, we can find the appreciation and find the lessons in it. And that is the point of this. My idea was to do this as a funny thing, and I didn't know it was going to get into a spiritual realm or a lesson for, lessons for growth. It just evolved. And what I mean was, when I sat to record the first episode, it came out of me. And that's when I was like, okay, Spirit, this is how you want me to do it. It's not just entertainment. It's also to be of service for others. So that's why I'm doing this. And I'm very passionate about it. And no, I'm not making any money off of it. I'm not getting paid to do it, but I love it. And that's my point to you. Plant the seeds now, because you don't know what you're planting, what's going to grow 6 months, a year, 5, 10. We have no idea what's in store for us. And sometimes we limit ourselves by thinking, if I could only just get that, if I could only get that opportunity, don't limit yourself. Yeah, dream, daydream, vision that shit. But you know what? Be open to the possibilities. Be open, because there is something greater and bigger for you. If you trust in yourself, believe in yourself, love yourself. And once again, just keep loving yourself. Always love yourself. Know you are worthy. Keep feeding the good in you, the good qualities, the good characteristics. Keep feeding that, and keep just doing the work on you and change whatever you feel is not serving you any longer. Get rid of what no longer serves you and embrace what serves you and utilize it for good for yourself and for others. So on that note, my friends, woo! Hope you enjoyed the Grimm's fairy tale. We are going to move on to another story just for a little Halloween treat, and that's next week. But I'm going to know that right here, right now, just you know that I'm sending you lots of love and light and peace and joy and bliss. But I know for you that you are worthy, you are enough, you are loved, and someone is thinking of you. And until we read again. Until we read again. Au revoir. Arrivederci. Ciao, ciao. Peace. Bye. Okay, I am done.